There's a train come. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All right, we are on. I think we are up and running. You're listening to Nichols Live, and I am Larry Nichols. And I got an announcement to make about the program that I'll make later in the program. Now, we want to welcome Alden back. He's back now. He's been gone, so we may have a problem getting the where you can call in. If he gets it up, he gets it up. If he doesn't, you'll have to text your comments to me at 440-897-0611. I just got from Greg. And we are live. Good, we are live. He sent me a message, and I'm glad to get it. Well, let me tell you right now what the program news is going to be. In the next day or so, we're going to have the program where you will only be able to listen only if you're one of the people that have gone to the trouble to get the video. The reason for that is simple. We've got a country to try to save. A country. I've never wanted to be a talk show host. I do not intend to be one. And we need to spend our time, those people that have the video, we need to spend our time discussing the different states, the different issues, the different governors. We need to know the scripts. We need to have scripts of what to say to these people. And I've thought about it for a long time, and I'm finally now to the point to where technologically we can do it, and we're going to do it. We are going to do it. Now, we'll do today, in the interest of time, to set it up and get everything the way we want it. We may do tomorrow's program this way, but beyond that, you will not hear this program like you are now. Now, I know some people are not in a position financially to get the video. I know most of you that can't. You will not be blocked. We'll have a place for you. We also have people that have offered, if people can't buy it, can't afford it, that will be willing to buy for a couple of 3 people. So we'll have that available. But Chad is trying to call in. Chad, we may not have it up where you can call in. What I need you to do, Chad, is text me your email address in case Alden can't get the phone line to work. The phone line is 501-499-6022. 501-499-6022. But I need you to go ahead and text me your email. And the reason I'm doing that, folks, is because we're going to have all of you that have gotten the video to go ahead and email to Chad if you want us to do it fast and get you on the program the fastest way. Email us your email address and your phone number. And that way we can get the code to you quickly. It'll take Chad some time to go through, not forever, but it'll take a little time to go through the website through Vimeo and get everybody's contact information so we can get it to you. So please, if you've got the video and you want to be a part of the program, all you got to do is send an email to Chad with your email address and your phone number, and we will get the code to listen. Now, I know there's some of you out there that are saying, what? What are you doing? Look, if you hadn't figured it out, guys, this country is in a mess. It's in a mess. I could go on for hours, hours and hours telling you one thing after another. I'll give you one example right now, just so that you know. I think it's October the 1st. Obama has set up to give control of our internet to the UN. October the 1st. Control of our, in America, internet to the UN. Is that not incredible? I got this from Mary Ellen. Remember, a few people are waiting for the DVD who can't upload the computer. I understand that. We're going to deal with everybody. We are going to deal with everybody. And dear God, thank you, Grant, for $10. Grant sent 10. That's another thing, just being able to afford to do everything. It's got to be done. Chad, I'm still waiting for you to text me your email address that you want people to get hold of. But now think about, for a second, think about the United States turning over our internet to the UN. Now, there's a reason for that, in case y'all don't know. Does anybody really want to know what the reason is? Why our president would turn our internet over to the UN? Well, let me explain. The UN, if they gain control of the internet, guess what? They are not under our Constitution. Oh, okay. Anyway, Alden was telling me something, but they don't operate under our Constitution. So guess what, folks? Freedom of speech don't exist. Don't exist. When they take over the internet. Now, let me tell you, in case you're wondering, when Obama issues, if he hasn't already, the presidential directive turning our internet control, monitoring over to the UN, Congress could stop him. Congress, within 30 days, can cast a vote to rescind that order with a simple majority vote. Simple. And right now, the Republicans have enough votes without getting one Democrat. They could rescind that presidential directive. Now, when they get in charge of the internet, programs, I would imagine, conservative internet programs that are out there, people that are like Alex Jones and others, guess what? They can take them off anytime they want to. They can take them off. Sites like Matt Drudge. Matt's known this is coming. Matt knows it's coming. They're going to take him off. There's going to be no way for you to get any information off that internet that they don't want you to get. How do you like that? You know, when I hear stuff like that, it further makes me know we have no choice. No choice, no choice, but to try to fight and stop this thing. And that's what I'm trying to do with this program. That's all I'm trying to do with this program. Brenda sent in. Thank you, Brenda. Good God, I need it. Thank you, Brenda. I can't tell you why, but I need it. So, you understand kind of the bind we're in as a country? Kind of? Are you getting a little bit worried about it? Are you getting anywhere near the point to where you understand that we must fight? We must fight. Now, what have I got here? This comes in from a listener. What is the code to call in? There's no code to call in, listener. Alden has been gone and literally got in, and we haven't had time to hook up the Skype just yet to be able to take phone calls as yet. Alden, are you able to take calls yet? I mean, are you okay? He's still not able to take calls, so we may have to just. All right, he can't get logged in, so we're going to have to do it with. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do it with Skype. I mean, yeah. I mean, we're not going to be able. He'll be able to do it, just not today. He's going to have to do it with. We're going to have to text me. Are we together on that, folks? Today, you're just going to have to continue to text in because we don't have a way yet to get the phone calls. So, any questions or comments? Text me 440-897-0611, and we will take them. Yeah, I kind of got lost because of that. Chad, if you're listening, and I hope you are, if you're listening, buddy, I need you to text in your email address so that people can get you their email address, and phone number, please. So we're working, folks, trying to pull all this together. I got this from a listener. Is it true Obama will be elected head of the UN? Thanks, Emily. Emily, no. No. If things go the way they are planned, if they go the way they're planned, what is supposed to happen when Hillary gets elected, Bill will be made ambassador to the UN. And then when he has made ambassador to the UN, within 6 months, he will take over as Secretary General of the UN. Bill, not Hillary. Not Obama. All right, here's the email address. Write it down, folks. Write it down. It is Chad, CHAD, at abirdseye.com. Chad at abirdseye, birds like plural, BIRDS, birdseye.com. Got it? Chad at abirdseye.com. Chad at abirdseye.com. I got this from Barb. Said, you in control, 2 months left. With 2 months left, now is not the time for me to disappear. Most have no other way to hear. You're very sorry to hear. We just lost. I don't see the rest of the message. Barb, wait a minute. Let me get this other message. We're already censored, but it's only going to be worse from here. Another listener. There's a song that came out in 1982 called Electric Eye. YouTube says the song is blocked in country. Luckily, the lyrics are available on other websites. Yeah, we're already being censored. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it at all. We're being censored, and it's going to get worse. And by the way, Thank you, Joanne. Joanne sent $10. Bless your heart. Thanks, honey. And this is the way it's going to be. It's just going to get worse. They're just going to keep taking and taking and taking. And there's going to be nothing left. Nothing. Now, is there that much left now? Not a lot. Not a lot. Everybody in this audience right now, all of you, every single person here, you have lost rights and freedoms in the past. Well, let's put it this way. In the past 5 years, you have lost rights and freedoms. We no longer have them. Oh, and by the way, Greg wanted me to tell you, and this is true, he wanted me to be sure that you understand Leading Edge Radio is not canceling the program. Not at all. As a matter of fact, this will be a program with Leading Edge. We'll be using Leading Edge just as we are now. It's just that it will be designed. It is designed to make sure that we take every breath we breathe, everything we do, we're going to do to try to save this country. And we're going to talk with people that want to save the country, not people that don't. I got this from a listener. Hey, Larry, it's good to talk to you. Here's the scenario I think we need to prepare for. Hillary will either be indicted or too sick to continue. She will be forced out, and at that point, the DNC can petition Congress to postpone the election in order to find another candidate. They do not have to choose Hillary's VP or Sanders. Both Clinton and Sanders camps will be furious. At the same time, Obama can have the FEMA provisional government. That's right. That is right. That's exactly. So, just know that, folks, it's all going to change. It's all going to change right before your very eyes. Unless, and only unless we get together and stop it. I don't know, listener, I just got an email address from a listener. I do not know why I've got, you're sending me, I'm sorry. Listener, you're sending me your email address and phone number. Don't send it to me. You got to send it to Chad. Send it to Chad at his email. Chad, CHAD, at abirdseye.com. Chad at abirdseye.com. And when you do, we are going to have a program just for the people trying to stop this madness before it gets too late. It's already too late, but we're going to make it. We're going to make it work. You have to believe in something. You do. And to believe in something means there is something there that will stop this madness. It's been there all along. States' rights. Our founding fathers, compared to today's politicians and people, governors and people in power, our founding fathers were just brilliant, brilliant people. Brilliant people. And they gave us the guidelines that we need to do what's got to be done. I got this from Richard. Larry, what's the best way we can counter this internet situation? There's only one way, Richard, to counter this internet situation. Only one. And that's states' rights. We say, how do states' rights counteract the UN taking control of the internet? Easy. Easy. You see, if we get states' rights, then we strip Washington of the power We strip them of the power that they have been stealing from us and taking from us. And we strip them of that power. This is good. This is what it's there for. And we can use it, I promise you. But we've got to get one state, one governor, one state legislature, just one, to stand up and prove that Washington has no true power except that which we accede to it. No true power except that which we give to it, accede to it. That's all it's got. And then what'll happen? Washington will fight us left and right. Oh, you bet they will. You bet they will, because you know why? They know in Washington, if the power gets transferred back to the states, guess who leaves Washington first? The lobbyists. The lobbyists. And when they leave Washington, guess what goes with them? The money. The money. And then it won't be as much fun in Washington when these politicians don't have all this money to play with. They won't have the lobbyists to give them their big dope parties, their hookers, the whole 9 yards. It won't be fun at all. Now they'll still be legally safe to have their fetishes, because remember, they don't have to live under the laws we do. They won't have any money to do it. I don't think y'all even understand. Maybe I've said it before. When George W. Bush took office in Washington, D.C. as president, there were some 5,000 lobby firms registered. When he left Washington 8 years later, there were over 150,000 registered lobbyist firms in Washington, D.C. When Bill Clinton took office as president, congressmen with their staffs and the legal department for Congress, they made the laws, they drafted them, they wrote them. Today, congressmen and senators and their staffs get the bills that they introduce, the legislation they introduce. Most of it comes directly from the lobbyists that have their own legal teams that draft and write the legislation. And like that. They've got millions and millions of dollars to throw at politicians when an issue comes up that concerns we, the people of this country. And guess what? We got nothing. We got nothing. You think there is a politician in Washington, D.C. that would grovel over begging you and beg you to buy a $20 damn video to save the country? Do you think there's a one of them that would do that? You know what they'd do? They'd pick up the phone. They'd pick up the phone and they'd call one lobbyist, maybe two, and explain to them that if this states' right thing catches hold, then we'll all be out of business and they'll raise millions and millions of dollars. Oh, you don't believe that either? Then check out your own news. George Soros paying Ellis's law firm millions of dollars. The DNC paying millions of dollars to do what? Stop voter ID laws, which is crazy. They're not doing that. That's all being held up and handled by the courts. They're paying millions of dollars to stop the movement for states' rights. Millions of dollars. And hell, George Soros ain't even American. Got this from Carol. In meeting in the morning with a group of 15, getting bumper stickers printed. Carol, Chapline getting bumper stickers printed to pass out and a magnetic sign on my car. It says states' rights, 10th Amendment, plus more. Thank you, Carol, for doing that. Thanks so much. You know, it's a crying shame. Lobbyists or George Soros or anybody else can raise that kind of money to destroy the fiber of our nation, isn't it? You got to ask yourself, what did George Soros want? He's not American. Why would George Soros give millions of dollars to a law firm in Washington, D.C. to fight any and all movements against states' rights, 10th Amendment? Why? Well, in case y'all don't know the history of George Soros, some years back, George Soros swore in several press articles, magazines that he was quoted in, he swore that if he had to, he would take every cent he has and destroy America. Every cent. I can't figure out exactly what he wants when America's destroyed, but there seems to be something that he wants. Fortunately for me, I won't be here to see it. You will, some of you. Some of you will be here to see what George Soros wants. You'd have to. All right, Alden just asked me, can we get in touch with Carol to spread the bumper stickers and stuff? I don't know about Carol because I don't have her permission to give her number out, but I do know Mary Ellen has been working getting bumper stickers. If you want them, give Mary Ellen a call at 240-499-6729. Call her to get the bumper stickers. Guys, you're losing. You're losing. And either we fight, this is our Alamo. Either we fight now or it's over. There ain't no place to back up to. There's not going to be any, we'll get them next time. You understand that? There ain't going to be no get them next time. They are inches, literally inches away from stripping down any chance we'll ever have of getting our country back. Inches away, if that far. And that's why I choose to devote this program for the time that I can. I choose to devote this program to stopping that madness. Stopping it. We might be successful, we might not. But I'll tell you this, we will give them hell. We will give them hell. And they're going to know they've been through a fight. They're not going to be able to just sit back as they are now and laugh at us. Got this from the listener. Please reconsider your plan to go off the air for most of us just when we need you most. It might lose us this war. Hillary will be happy. Hillary be real happy, y'all. She will. But I'll tell you this, listener, please. I'm not going to come on this program and just talk and talk and talk. We're going to come on this program and we're going to fight. We are going to fight. or there's no reason to be here. None. Got this in, says Larry. In the meantime, while still working on states' rights, should we all contact our representatives and tell them to block the internet deal? Richard. I would. Don't know that it'll do any good, but sure. Hell yeah, contact them. You betcha you contact them. Tell them to rescind this order or any order that Obama might have up his sleeve to take control of the internet in America. Let them take the internet anywhere they want to and take control of it. Japan, you can bet this. I guarantee you, the UN's not going to get control of the Chinese internet. Trust me, they're not going to get that. They're not going to get that. They won't even try. We're the fools in America. We're the fools. Got this, like the story of Noah. Do not wait for the heavy rain to knock on the ark door for survival. Get the video and join our fight. That's all I'm asking, guys. That's all I'm asking. Get the video. The cost of this program, the cost of doing this program, hey, cost you one video. One video. Watch it 3 times. Show it twice a month. We don't have much time to show it anymore even. But this thing can turn in a week. If one governor would stand up, it can turn in a week. But it'll be lost forever. Lost forever. Now, y'all make your mind up. Make your mind up what you want to do. There are plenty of talk shows out there y'all can go listen to. Entertaining, some even informative. Plenty of them. Go to them. But if you come here, you're going to come to fight. And we're going to fight every way we can. And we will know without any shadow of any doubt, so there won't be any doubt about. There won't be any doubt that we'll be outnumbered. Sure will. We're going to be outnumbered. But we're going to give it to them. We're going to give it to them. And I promise you, those of you that will come, if you'll do what you're asked to do, what you know you should do, you'll have an impact somewhere with some governor in some state. Somewhere, some governor, one state. Now, I don't know how many people are going to show up. This is where I think it gets confusing to many of you. I'm not here to be a program. I just want to know who wants to stand beside me and do what we can do to try to save a nation. That's all I want. And it don't matter if it's 30 or 30,000. We just need to know who wants to be here, who wants to be a part of fighting, who wants to do it. Now, I would just ask, that's right, Lori asked me to remind folks, if you want to get in touch with Lori, if you want to make a contribution, you can go to donate.ckmd@gmail.com, and she can give you a tax-exempt receipt. That's donate@ckmd at gmail.com. Get in touch with her there. If you've got a problem getting the video with a chart or getting to make a donation with a credit card, call her. Let her help you. I mean, email her and she'll get back to you. We can't call because it'll just wear her phone out, and she's giving us all the time she can afford. Where are you? Do you want to be here? Do you want to fight for the country? Or do you just want to wail? Now, Alden Gregg sent me a text and said, please make sure we get a copy of today's program. I would have thought he'd have it, but maybe not. We need to, shoot, I'm trying to get it, Greg, for you. I'm trying, buddy. We're trying to, he wants to run it and run it and run it and run it. That's what he's trying to do. So, Alden, if you can, get with him and y'all get it worked out. It's your country. It's much your country as it is mine. And so I suggest that everybody get ready. Everyone get ready. Because it's coming. So now, if we can't get it set up tomorrow, then what we will do is it'll be a couple of days. I don't know if I'm going to bother with the program tomorrow because we need to get all of this set up. I got this from Mary Ellen. What about all the states refusing Syrian refugees? Is that a good issue for governors to stand on states' rights and us to push through the governors? You bet it is. You bet it is. You bet it is. Nobody has a right Lori sent me this. Now this is very important. If you can't donate, but you want to help with our states' rights plan, send an email to donate.ckmd@gmail.com, and we will facilitate getting you in. We'll get you in some way. I got this one from a listener. Larry, what are your thoughts on the Clinton Foundation or Hillary being indicted for more emails to come out? Will the Justice Department continue to shield Hillary, or will they try to save their own necks? They'll try to save their own necks, listener, but they will do it by, it's from Cody. Thanks, Cody. Yeah, thank you, Cody. They'll do it to save their own necks. But what they'll do to save their own necks is make sure that Hillary don't get indicted. Folks, there's nobody now with it looking like to anybody and everybody now that Hillary's cake presidency, we can expect no help from the Justice Department, no help from Congress. It's not coming. It is not coming. I got this from a listener. Yes, this is true from Emily. Also, any attempts to establish Sharia law is a states' right issue. Yes, it is. Sure is. It is a states' rights issue. So, folks, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Either you fight now or forever hold your peace. Forever hold your peace. Because we don't have much time to do it now. Much time at all. And like I say, do not think that you can have any help coming from anybody in the Justice Department or Congress. Okay, I've got this from Greg. I have it ready to go. I have the number and codes for those who need or have earned them for tomorrow's show. If we want to, we can do it tomorrow. But now part of that's going to require getting in touch with. Um, just a second, and I'll give it back to you again. I've got to. I'm not good with these email addresses. Hold on. Here it is. It is Chad. If you want to listen to the program tomorrow, since it is ready from Greg's end, you will need to email your email address and your phone number to Chad at abirdseye.com. Chad at abirdseye.com. Write it down. Chad at abirdseye.com. And when you do, we'll slick it up to where you can be here for tomorrow. We will. Folks, that's the way it's going to be. That is the way it's going to be. And hate to tell you, but it's the only way it's going to be. The only way. And I hope some of you, I hope some of you wake up. I do. I hope some of you wake up and look around you and look at the seriousness of the issues. Look around, look at the seriousness of the issues. Look at the seriousness of the state of this country. If you do, then come back tomorrow. But you'll have to send your email and your phone number to Chad at abirdseye.com. And I'm sure this will be a treat for some of the people that are trying to listen, but we will reserve the right to block and shut down anybody we want. You come here, you're coming to fight. Come here and fight. Go someplace else and be entertained. Go someplace else and have fun. Just don't do it here. So with that, all in everybody, I want to tell you, thank you all for coming to this program. Those of you that have been here a long time, thank you. But it's time we go forward, and it's time that we do the only thing left for us to do. Is try to concentrate our efforts to those people, those of you that have worked hard to try to save this country. You'll be welcome. You'll be very welcome. And we'll discuss what you run into as you try to talk to different governors' offices. We'll talk about what you run into with the staffs. We'll talk about the issues that we ought to look at pushing. I wish the number would have been 3,000, but it wasn't. So whatever we got is going to have to be enough. Now, you can still be a part of the program, but you got to get the video. You got to get the video. You go to statesrights.video. You'll be welcome. But if you get the video, I want you to do what you're supposed to do with it. Don't just sit at home and watch it or put it on your computer and say you got it. Do it. Do it. And by the way, if you think it won't work, remember this, it's in the Constitution, guys. That ain't me saying it. That's in the Constitution. That puppy is there. But as many of you have already found out, that people in offices that you would think should know this kind of stuff There are governors that do not even understand the 10th Amendment. There are governors that don't even know what the 10th Amendment is. Governors. It's incumbent on us to tell them. We don't tell them. By this time, they ain't going to hear. They're not. And I'm going to tell you one last thing for the general audience purpose. Years ago with Clinton, we learned that an old saying that we always threw up and talked about. It was called, if a forest falls in a tree and there's nobody around the forest when it falls, does it make a sound or not? What we learned and what we proved over and over, and it's still being proven today, is that it don't matter. It don't mean a thing. Imagine how that relates to today in our country. Imagine this. Imagine, say, 1 million people marching in Washington, D.C. against abortion. 1 million. A true 1 million person march in D.C. against abortion. And the media don't tell about it at all. You don't see it on the news. You don't hear about it on the news. Let's say you might hear about some of it on Fox, maybe. Some of the Christian programs for certain. But here's the point of the tree falling in the forest and nobody around to hear it, or whether it makes a sound or not. Here's the point. If there's a 1 million man march in Washington against abortion and the media don't cover it, do you realize 99% of America, it didn't happen? It didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. Now, just so that you know, excuse me, just so that you know, every year, the churches get together and they have a march in Washington, D.C. Sometimes it's 700,000, sometimes it's 1 million, maybe more, maybe a little less. Media don't cover it. You don't know it happened. So if you don't know it happened, it didn't happen. Now carry that through to the internet. A lot of things that you know about today, things that are very important that you know about today. Well, for example, I have not seen on Fox or MSNBC, at least I haven't. I've seen nothing about the internet being turned over to the UN. Have y'all? Well, what if it goes up until October the 1st and nobody knows about it? If the only way you're going to find out about that's through the internet, October the 1st, you ain't going to find out about stuff like that anymore. And the thing we learned when I was with the Clintons is it didn't happen. There are going to be millions and millions of people that are going to go to the internet, and you know what? Stuff's just not going to be there. Just not going to be there. Things do happen. But the Clintons know if they can suppress the media and keep it from covering things, then it may as well not have happened at all. May as well not have happened at all. That's what they're going to do. It's only going to get worse. Only worse. Unless we stop it. And from everything I'm seeing, from everything I'm hearing, I'm just not seeing that there's going to be anybody to stop it except a small band of people that are going to come here tomorrow and try to fight. Because I assure you, the majority of America, they're not. They're not. They don't know about it. They don't know a thing about it. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I would hope that a bunch of you will come and join and at least make them pay. At least make them pay. You know, I heard this morning on MSNBC, Joe Scarborough, they believe that Trump's not really trying to win. And by the fact that he brought on that guy from Breitbart and Roger Ailes, they think this is all a ploy from Trump, just another Trump marketing gimmick to create another network, a news network. He's pointing out to everybody how crooked the media is. He's doing a good job of that, granted. Granted, he is. But you know what? How's he going to get a new network on? If that's his plan, how will he get it on? How will he get it on the air? You can say, well, the cable companies will carry it. No, they won't. He might get a few mom and pop cable companies around America to cover it, but I doubt it. He's certainly not going to get the big ones, Comcast or that crew. They'll not let it on. They'll not cover it. They'll not let it on. So then, guess what? I guess he'll set it up on the internet like Beck and all these other people have got their TV networks on the internet. October 1st, he won't. So, Trump, you better be in it to win it. Because if you are in it, and I don't believe he is, but if there were any words of truth to that, don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. And by the way, in case you don't get the humor of October 1st being when the UN takes over the internet, if it does, doesn't that date kind of bother you a little bit? You see, in national presidential politics, there's a thing called an October surprise. You know about it? An October surprise is something that comes out at the last minute in like October against one or the other presidential candidates, or any candidate, I guess, for that matter. But it comes out so late that they can't have time to rebut it. They can't have adequate time to explain it. That's why it's called an October surprise. Well, I guess October the 2nd, there can't be any October surprises against Hillary, can there? If there are, they're not going to get them out. No one's going to know about it. Nobody's going to know about it. Think about these things, y'all. Think about it. Think about when you're making a decision whether you're coming and being with us or whether you just want to go to another talk show. And I'm fine with it if you just want to go to another talk show. Go to a talk show. But think about it. This is serious stuff about your country. I was just told by Alden I got 5 minutes left, which means we've got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. Isn't that something? Who can figure? 5 minutes. You, Larry, even in wacky Washington State, we the people will prevail with God. Yeah, Michael, Virginia, you can. Got this from Guinea Pig. Whoops. Sir, I Still don't have the video, but I would like to stay in the fight. I have contacted the governor's office. Guinea Pig, you're one of the people I know about. You, Sheila, a bunch of you. Please take down, please. It's Chad, CHAD, at abirdseye.com. Birds, plural with an S, I.com. And let him know. And by the way, we've gotten in $30 on PayPal, so if you want to help, it's still a need. If you can. If you can. Think about the things I've talked about today. Think about it. You make your mind up. Now, and I got to give this out because I messed up. Hold on. It is, if you want to send a donation through the place where you can send and get a tax exempt receipt, it's donate.ckmd@gmail.com. donate.ckmd@gmail.com. And my PayPal address, if you don't have it, is PayPal, and then you go to Nichols Live at AOL.com. Nichols Live at AOL.com. And you won't be hearing that anymore. So if you can, send what you can, please. And we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And this program will be finished. It will be finished. So with that, hold on, I got this. Just to confirm, is that code to listen to the show or only for those who can afford to buy the video? Can it still be downloaded from YouTube later? No, it will not be downloaded from YouTube later. And Barb, that is not to get the video. That's to give your email address and your phone number to Chad. Barb, you're not in a position to get the video. Tell Chad, and he will contact me. Okay? Just tell Chad, and he will contact me. But do it through an email at Chad at abirdseye.com. So everybody, if you can, in the 2 minutes, go to Nichols Live at AOL.com, please, on PayPal, if you can. Or go to, I got to pull it up. Hold on just a second. I'm getting something here at the last minute. Go to donate.ckmd@gmail.com. It says names and numbers. Icon keys to the kingdom turned over to UN as of, I see. According to the BBC story dated 18th August, the Internet Court for assigned names and numbers, icon keys to the kingdom will be turned over to the UN as of October 1st. That's from the BBC. God knows you're not going to hear it from us. You're not going to hear it from our media. Trust me, folks. 20 seconds. This thing is over. So, folks, do what you can. It's your country. And those of you that can, I'll see you tomorrow if you're willing to fight. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of, one in a lullaby.